First of all, we will click on new project. Okay. The thing is this, the account we are using is already having some project, that's why it's loading its default project, but we will start from the scratch. So to start a new project, we will click on the new project button on the top left corner of the application. Now it is asking for the name of our new project. So we will type SOS app. Okay. So this is the name of our application, SOS app. Oh, sorry, start with a letter. Okay, we have done a mistake that we have used space, which is not allowed. Okay, so we just have to remove the space. Nothing extraordinary. Now click on OK. So now it's preparing our new project named as SOS APP. Okay, so here it is, our new project named as SOS app, which you can see at the top left corner, that the project name is SOS app, and this is our screen one. Okay, this is our screen one. Now what we not we sorry what we will do now, first we will manage our screen one. Okay, this is all component area. Okay, this area is our all component area, in which okay, so from this area you will select screen 1, and at the properties section there is the properties of the screen 1. So what we will do, we will align horizontally of the screen to the center. Okay, and align vertically, let it to the top one. Default color we will select yellow color. Okay, so the main screen, the screen 1 is turned with yellow color. Now nothing else we have to do with the screen 1. Now what we will do, we will add a button. Okay, so click on the button and drag it to the screen. Okay, like this. And we want another button, so we will drag another button. So here is the two buttons on the screen. The first one is button 1. So we will rename this button with the help underscore button. Click on OK. Okay, so the button is renamed as help underscore button. Now for the text on the screen of the button, remove this and type help. Okay, so this is how our button is changed. I like bold font, so I will take font bold, and for the background color we will go with red color. Okay, and for the size we will go with 30, sorry, 30, right. And for the shape we will go with rounded. Now click on the button 2, and for this type here add emergency contact. Okay, so add emergency contact and click on the font bold, and for the background color we will go with the green one, and vertically We'll click on the center. Now it's looking like a nice interface for our application. Now what we need to also rename this button. Click on rename, cut it. Okay, so we will give this button a name, and for the text what is going inside the button, add contact button. Okay, add underscore contact underscore button. Okay, now click on OK. So the button is renamed as we wanted. So for the designing of the application we have done all things. Just we have to drag some more component to the screen, like we need a texting one, and a location sensor, a notifier, and a database like tiny database. So for that, first of all we will click on the sensors. Okay, so for the sensors uh, we want a location sensor. Okay, we will drag it to the screen. Now what next? Next is a storage. Okay, so for storage we will go with the tiny database one. Now for social, texting one, and where is the notifier. Okay, so these are the four non-visible components what we need. Okay, so these are the components. Okay, these are the components. Focus on these components. The first one is help button. Rename this as same. The second one is add contact button. Rename as same. Okay, and for the four sensors, like sensor 1, tiny database 1, texting 1, and notifier 1, keep remember, drag each and every button and non-visible component on the screen, and also rename all the buttons, so that while we will code, we can identify the buttons, that which button is for which use. Okay, so these are the buttons and the non-visible components that you have to keep in your mind while designing your application. So after this, our first screen is what is completed. Now you can see the four non-visual components: location sensor 1, tiny database, texting 1, and notifier at the bottom of the screen. And for the designing of the application or the user interface, you will see on the screen, these are the visible components, and the bottom, in the bottom of the area, there are non-visible components. So now what we will do, we will select screen, add screen. Okay, so for next screen we will click on the add screen. Now click on OK. So the second screen is loading right now, because we are creating this application using two screens. The first one we have designed, and the second one we have to design. Okay, so this is our screen 2, and you can select your screen from this button, screen 1 and screen 2. Okay, so we have selected screen 2 for now, because we have to design our screen 2. So similarly, first horizontally we will select center. For background color we will go with the yellow. Now it's looking good, and the screen settings is done now. Now what we will do, we will drag a label on the screen like this. Hmm. And now click on the size of the text. You will type 25. Hmm. And font is bold. We don't need background color in this. For text, type emergency contact. Okay. And for the color, text color, you go with the red, emergency contact. Okay. Now what we have to do, we will go to in the layout, drag horizontal arrangement, and in this click on the user interface. Now we need a text box. Okay, drag it to the horizontal arrangement and a label also. Okay, like this. On now click on label. Here you can see. Okay, now rename the label and rename it as number for text, right? Number for text. Click on OK, and this is renamed right now. Now click on the text area, and here we will write enter number. Text color red. And click on horizontal arrangement, center, and center. Okay, click on label, font bold, and for the size 16. Now it's looking good. And for the text box, you will also rename this, that number for text field. Okay, now click on OK. So what do you have to rename like this. Now we need a button, sorry, two buttons. The first one is here and the second one is here. Okay, now click on first button, rename this button as save underscore bt, save button. Click on OK. And for the text, type save. Font size 25. Click on next button, button 2, rename this what back underscore bt. Click on OK and rename the text of the button as back, right? Font bold. Okay, click on save, font bold. Okay, now one thing more, we have to drag some non-visible components The first one is notifier, and the database. Where is the database? Database in the storage area. Tiny, sorry, tiny database. Okay, so these are the basic things what you have to keep in mind. That in screen 2 there is a label 1. After that there is a horizontal arrangement in which there is a label and a text box. After that there are two buttons, save bt and back bt, and two non-visible components, notifier 1 and tiny database. Okay, so while doing all this you have to keep in mind that these components should be on your screen, otherwise your application will not work. I hope you can understand. Now what we have done the designing of our application, and now we will go to the another section of the application called blocks area. Okay, so this is the blocks area. Now from the screen we have to select screen 1. Now we will type the code for our screen 1, right? So for this what we have to do, we will first program our help button. So for that click on help button and drag the first block. When help button click do. Okay, so drag it to the screen. What it will do, it will do when what will happen when we click on the help button. So after this we have drag the main block of our screen 1. Now we will go with the texting. Okay, for that click on texting 1, and there are several components and blocks. Then what you have to select, you have to select texting 1 message 2, like this one, and drag it to the main screen like this. Set text 1 message 2. Now click on text, and there is a block join. Drag it to the main screen. Join. Now click on settings. Put so many strings in this because we need so many blank areas. Okay, like this. Enough for us right now. If there is extra we will remove. Now what you have to do, click on text, drag the text box, click on text box. So we will change the value of the text box. Like I want to type here, I am not feeling safe. I am not feeling safe. Please help me. Right? Click on OK. So what we have typed in this text box, I am not feeling safe. Please help me. This will be the message. Again, do the same. Drag another text box, and in this we will type a value, \n. Click on OK. Okay, and again same, another text box, type in this, I am at. Okay, click on OK. Now another, So in this we will type our Google Maps website, like http colon double backslash maps dot google dot com backslash question mark q is equal to. Okay, now click on OK. This is the website of our Google Maps. Now next is our location sensor. Click on location sensor, and there are several blocks for the location sensor. We want okay, location sensor 1 latitude. Drag it to the main screen like this. Next we need a text box, sorry, uh, on the location sensor longitude. Drag it to the last one. Okay, like this. Now we need a text box. For this, drag it like this. Click on this. Okay, so change the value to the only point. Click on OK. We need a point only. So now we will click on the texting one. Okay, for this, now we will select another kind of block from the texting one, like texting one phone number, texting one phone number 2. Okay, this one, and drag it to the here. Now what we have to do, we have to call our database. Click on tiny database one, and value tag not there. Okay, get value tag not value there. Drag this one and attach to the set of texting one. So in this we need a tag. For tagging we will go with the text box like this. Okay, click on the text box. Now we will type a tag text. Always keep remember that your tag should be same in the both of the screen, otherwise your application will not work. So I will type text 2. You just have to follow the instructions as same. Just click on OK. Now click on control and find this one, if then else. Okay, drag it to the main screen. Okay, like this, if then else. Now we will go in the logic not operator. Okay, if is not text, the text is empty. If the text box is not empty, so for the text box we will click on the texting one phone number. Okay, you have to find texting one phone number, this one, attach it like this. Now when if is not empty texting one phone number, what the application will do, it will call texting one. Okay, click on texting one, call texting one, send message, drag this one. Okay, else if there is no phone number, what it will do, it will call notifier one. Click on the notifier show alert. Okay, drag it to the else section. Now add a text box like this. Type in the text box the texting number number is not set. Click on OK. Okay, so like this. Now our help button is completed. Now we will click on the add contact button. Drag when click on add contact button. What it should do, go on the control, open another screen, screen name screen 1, like this. Now change from screen 1 to screen 2. So when we will click on the add contact button, it will move the whole screen to the screen 2. Okay, so we have completed our code, blocking code for the application. Now click on screen 2. Okay, now we will code for our screen 2, for which there are two buttons, save button and back button. We have to code both of the buttons. So on the screen 2 there is the save button. Drag when click save button, sorry, go on the control section, if then else, drag this block. So in this, click on text, uh, is empty. Click on text box, number for text field. Okay, so there is a block, number for text field text. Number for text field text, this one. Okay, now click on notifier. In the notifier you have to find show alerts, this one, show alert. Notice the number, go with the text box, click on the text box, type the number for text field is empty. Click on OK, like this. Else call tiny database 1. Click on tinydb1. Okay, like this, and find store value tag, value to store. Okay, this one, like this. Now click on number for text field, the text box. You have to find number for text field text, this one. Click on text, drag the text box, click on the text box, type text underscore 2. Keep remember that your both of the tags should be same, otherwise your application will not work. And for the last, we have to code our back button. When click back button, what it will do, it will do through according to the control block, move to the screen 1. Okay, so this is how we have to program our application. Everything is programmed right now. Now what we have to do, we have to click on build Android application, the first option. Now it's packing our application SOS app progress bar. Okay,